Leading up to this album's release, Enforcer made a very bold statement. They said they wanted to make the biggest heavy metal album of all time. The question is, have they accomplished that? The new album is Zenith. It will be released on April 26, 2019 via Nuclear Blast. It's an interesting assertion that Enforcer wanted to make the biggest heavy metal of all times. It's the kind of thing you want to hear. It's a bold statement from a band that have been plying the trade for 15 years. No one wants to hear a band saying, oh, it's just the right album. We expect them to say biggest and the best. Go big or go home, basically. And it's our pleasure to say that Enforcer certainly go big here. The 10 tracks of Zenith are stadium rocking metal tunes. Ones that conjure up images of bright lights, pyro, Enforcer stalking the stage, commanding seething crowds of rabid fans. All throwing the horns and in full voice for the energetic Die for the Devil. A proper old school metal opener. It's a hefty throwback of the heady days of the 80s, where the hair was big, the leather was tight. A grin-inducing start. That smile won't fade as Zenith of the Black Sun's riffs come screaming out of the darkness and Searching for You races along at possibly fast speed. Regrets is unsurprisingly a power ballad, because of course we're going to have something like that on this album. One that has a sweet piano melody and mellow vocals before kicking into a higher gear for a hell of an uplifting chorus. A blast of a ballad that will get many a lighter out. It's back to headbanging though next with The End of the Universe and Sail On. On the latter, in particular, really go into the world of 80s hair metal. Probably the least interesting of the tracks in the album, but at least it's short. Powering onwards though, Enforcer continue to make sure their biggest heavy metal album of all time claim is realised with the guitar force of 1000 Years of Darkness. The absolute shred fest at the end is great fun. Not that Thunder and Hell isn't pulling a shift either when it comes to that as well. Forever We Worship the Dark is the penultimate track and brings a chest-thumping drum beat and uplifting battle music, a track to get the blood well and truly pumping, before we close out with something of an epic. Ode to Death clocks in at just under 7 minutes, beginning with subtlety and distant melody before increasing in tempo for a more melodically heavy finale. Enforcer set out to make the biggest heavy metal of all time, and while if they succeeded it is going to be open to debate, of course, there is no denying the quality of Zenith. Is it the biggest heavy metal album of all time? I don't really know. I mean, what does that claim even mean? What's the biggest? Is it a damn good heavy metal album? Absolutely. It's out on April 26, 2019 by Nuclear Blast. Make sure you check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments.